Welcome back to. Wait, where's the fucking camera? There, okay. Anyways, so basically, this is gonna be a short one because I didn't charge my iPad. But I just wanted to share a few notes that I've jotted down from watching a bunch of different videos just based off of taking control of your reality that I think will help direct how we take this year, I guess. Anyways, so I just wrote down like the main ideas I got from those videos, and this just gave me a lot of perspective. It gave me a lot of realizations because my biggest thing for my whole life, I think, was I just want to feel free because I felt like I couldn't do anything. I felt like a victim of life. But that's just a bad place to be at, because if you're a victim or if it's not your fault, then you can't do anything about it, you know? And I really do not want to be a product of my reality. I see a different kind of future, and I think that a lot of people, or I don't know, I'm fucking speaking for everybody. Hi, everybody. But I do believe that many people feel like there is very little they can do based off of the cards they're dealt, I guess. But like I said, it's not about the hands that you're dealt. It's about how you play them. And all right, let me just get into it. So this first part is basically, like, while I was writing it, this was my current state of mind and understanding and realization of where I am and what I thought. And it says that I was born into a reality/environment I did not create. Right? Everyone is born into a reality that they did not create. And then the next part is explaining emotions. Okay. My emotions were a reaction to that environment. Right? Your emotions, scared, happy, sad, whatever, those are your first reaction to that environment that you did not create. However, emotions create memories, and intense emotions create long-term memory. You know, things that really stick in your mind from when you were younger came from an intense feeling. Negative emotions are more intense for protection. So if I burned my hand on a stove, I'm gonna remember that because that hurt, right? And that'll be a memory that I'll never forget because I don't want to burn my hand again, right? Negative emotions are more intense for protection, scientifically. Negative emotions are also easy to focus on, which prolongs the emotion to become a mood. You keep thinking about that, it'll become a mood. A prolonged mood becomes a personality trait. So my state of being is in the past. Because I'm constantly, there's this thing called like trauma cycling or like negative, I don't know, but basically it's like you constantly think about the things that were negative naturally because it is for your protection. You don't want to do the negative thing or feel that negative thing again, but you constantly think about it, you might just become a negative person, you know? Especially if your environment off bat is already just kind of like, wow, crazy, and a little negative, you know? You become a negative Sally or negative Nancy, or you get it. But now you're living in the past because that emotion has become who you are. And no, yeah, that's it. was who I was, I would just call it like, oh no, I'm just being realistic. Like, yes, because that was my reality, but I brought my negative emotions into my current reality and almost just, what is it called? Like, anyways, instead of being able to embody or live in the present or have the present be a blank slate, I brought that emotion, you know? Repeating a negative emotion, a negative feeling into a reality that maybe isn't negative, you know? Okay. So, state of being is in the past, right? That's the basis of the first part. And then this is a thought or just a piece of information that is going to help move on from the previous mindset. Excuse me. My thoughts affect. Why am I talking like that? My thoughts. Oh, I guess that's how I talk. One more time again. My thoughts affect my choices, which create my reality. My thoughts also create feelings. My feelings affect my choices. My choices affect my reality. Just kind of a vice versa thingy. Like, my thoughts and feelings and reality are all intertwined. That's the basis of that. To sum it up, I can influence my reality. Thoughts, feelings, those come from me. My reality, my outside world, is affected by me. I can influence my reality. Next part. Be conscious, conscience, fuck. Be conscious. Why does that sound weird? Whatever. Be conscious and intentful. Understand the root cause of an emotion. Do not dwell on the past. Focus on creating a future. A future. Focus on creating a future. Okay, this is gonna be stupid. I was also faded at the time, but my friend said this thing and it blew my mind because I felt like we were having one of those talks where it's like, we're not getting anywhere. Why? Because we literally weren't getting anywhere. And she said that in order to move on, let's just remember that the past literally doesn't exist. So simple. But I don't know why that struck a chord with me. Is that right? Fuck it, whatever. That hit me, okay? And yeah, the past doesn't exist, so why are we even talking about it when we have now and the future to worry about? Because you can't change the past, and the past doesn't exist right now. But what does exist is now, present, blah, blah, blah. So instead of dwelling on the things that I cannot change and aren't even in existence anymore, I should focus on what I want, focus on the future, focus on my reality now, focus on what I want. Next part. Let my personality create my reality. Do not let my reality determine my personality. That one, let me say it again, because that one is, ooh, I love it. Let my personality create my reality. Do not let reality determine my personality. Act on who I want to be. I do not want to be a product of my reality. What? I do not want to be a product of my reality. I want my personality to create my reality. If my thoughts, my feelings create my reality, I can do that. But it has to come from me. So I have to know exactly what I want instead of just being a response to what I'm getting or what I got, you know? Especially if I want more, or in general, if you are people who do want more than what you got, or redirection, you know? You have the power to do that. It's all coming from within you doesn't mean that you are not understood. Because, like I said, we were all born into an environment that we didn't create, and we all reacted based off of that. So, whatever you're feeling is valid, but it will invalidate any hope or thought or promise you made yourself or vision you had for a bright future if you hold on to that, right? That's victim mentality. This is where I came from, this is what happened to me, so this is why I'm like this. Understand that. I understand that very hard. But if that's not something that you like, take responsibility for what happens next. Who do you want to be? Where do you see yourself? New Year's goals of like, yes, make money, make this or that. Grandiose, very big concepts. Honestly, they're just concepts. I want to. No, not money is not. Actually, yes, it is. But anyways, I was doing good. But be more specific. If I made a 5-year plan after this, what do you see yourself doing? Who do you see yourself being? Are you going to be the same person that's reacting the way you are now? Who are you now? Who do you want to be? If you keep acting as a person that you want to be, I promise it will become reality. It will become real because it is real. But take that extra time, take that moment. No, it's going to take time. It's not a moment. I mean, it took me some time. But take the day, sit down, realize who you are right now, why that is, who do you want to be in the future, how are you going to get there? Okay? I feel like, or at least I was, very caught on just like almost looking for something to blame, because if blaming means it's not my fault, so then it's not my fault, right? I'm not the cause of my own pain. But hard hard pill to swallow was I'm the cause of my feelings now, especially as an adult ish. Um, you cause your feelings, you cause your reactions. You do not cause whatever is given to you, but you are the cause of any feeling that happens after that. Be led by my values and what I believe in. Do you know what those are? I like to ask people what their values are. I like to ask people what drives them. I like to ask what they believe is good or bad, because like I said before, that is subjective. But what do they think? And what do I think is good or bad or virtuous? Or, for example, I have made a decision to make my choices or make my reactions based off of love and coming from a warm place. Like, how do I say? I had a patient who, right off bat, like, and I'm just a student, okay? I don't really, really, really know what's going on for sure, for sure. I'm just trying and learning. But I had a patient get a little upset that I was going over to take their vitals again, and he said, I was gonna do a voice, but that's rude. He was like, "Do you even speak English?" And just being rude and like angry. But just hearing that sentence, and obviously I'm Asian and I'm fucking speaking English, my initial reaction was, "Excuse the fucking me, like, I don't like, I don't need this. You need this. You obviously need this in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? You need this, but I don't need this." And that's a reaction. But because I have, phone call ruined my. What was I even fucking saying again? Patient. Oh, because I have chosen to come. I'm sorry, it's so ghetto. But because I've chosen to come from a place of love, and I just really super believe like any anger or like animosity comes from a place of hurt, and like because people do try to be good, okay? No one wakes, or maybe some people, but I don't believe that many people wake up and they're like, I'm gonna fucking wreak havoc today, okay? People try to be good. So there always has to be a reason. And I just remembered that, and I chose to continue what I was doing. I literally said, yes, I do speak English. And I kept going, and I asked him if there's anything that he needed and if I can help him in any way, because I do believe that even when you are in pain or like hurting or being a bitch, like someone showing you a bit of kindness, at least for me, can do a lot. And by the end of that shift, like he even stopped me before I left and was like, I'm sorry, I'm just in a lot of pain right now. And um, his mood was just lifted, you know? And that just did everything for me. That made me believe what I'm doing is okay. Because did it kill me to not have to be defensive? No. It kind of was like, ugh, all right, but it did not kill me, and it helped someone 1,000 times more. Be led by your values and what you believe in. That created, no, it didn't even create, it literally changed my environment and my experience with that person, with that whole day. I could have thought like, wow, so fucking mean, and did that negative cycling and kept talking about it with people like, oh my gosh, did you hear this, blah 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 blah. But it didn't, and it didn't ruin my day. It was just a part of it, because I am creating my reality. From now on, my feelings and thoughts come from within, and that will create my reality over time. Another part I wrote is, I am defined by my vision for the future, and the next part is just to be okay with the positive and negative, because sometimes the negative really does get me like, fuck, why is bad so bad? But if good cannot exist without the bad, like I said, then I need to understand it, because I cannot completely remove it. My positive emotions reward me by telling me I'm aligning with that vision. My negative emotions serve me by giving me a chance to realize I'm not aligned. My values, morals, hopes, and desires help guide what actions I choose to realign. It's really important, I believe, to know what you believe in, know your morals, know who you want to be, who you are, and being able to recognize when you're not, and having the accountability to know you can change it. If you blame it on anyone else, you will not, or anything else, you cannot change it. I know it's kind of harsh, but life is pretty freaking harsh, man. Like, I think I finally realized that I've been living in hope for a fantasy of the future, and kind of just judging people and myself and comparing it toward a standard that is a fantasy. People are people, life is life, things happen, and you can either be a product of that, or who you are can change that product. Because let me tell you, it is 1,000 times more harder to rely on someone else or something else to change in order to be a different feeling, be a different mood, be a different anything. I mean, it'd be cool, like, you know, if you really could just be like, help people, someone can just see eye to eye to you, or like realize, you know what, fuck it. It's just really hard to change anything else besides yourself. And I just really wanted to share this because it's really helped me. Sounds so selfish right now. But yeah, I think that I hate hearing I'm gonna come or whatever you energy you give me, I'm gonna give back to you kind of bullshit. Cause it's like, okay, so it's just never gonna end. No, no, thank you. Come with your energy, come with new energy, come with what energy you want. Because anything else, if you don't come with what you want, you're not gonna get what you want for sure. Especially for this new year. Happy birthday 2023. But with these new realizations and evaluations of myself and my direction, and now sharing it, I really hope it allows us to actually reach where we want to be and not feel so powerless, and actually give us a little bit more freedom. Because if it comes from within, then you just got to work, or even just look and decide and work on that on yourself. Yeah, I just hope that I and everyone really takes this and lets their personality create their reality. Do not be the product of your circumstances or your current reality, especially because everything is kind of like, wow. Take this year and get specific, make your choices based off of what you believe in, react based off of who you want to be, not based off of what happened. I think that's it right now. I don't know. I just wanted to share that. I think that's it. I never really know what else to like do after, or like to like end stuff, or like, yeah. Yeah, that was kind of like it was like pretty serious a little bit. But you know, my life is pretty serious right now. This is a corgi butt. Yeah, it's look at see a little butthole, so cute. It's a pillow. Okay. Peace out. Anyway, so basically, yeah. Good, cause my iPad is about to die. Have a good year.